Hello, spiritual learners. It's Steve. I hope that you're doing well and having a great week. I wanted to just touch briefly on the topic of challenge and growth. Now, as you know, for our week number 9, our theme is problem solving. So these topics are quite relevant to problem solving, as we'll see in this short tutorial. So one way to look at challenge is through the lens of change. So I believe that change really only occurs through challenge. It's through doing something different. It's through being persistent, persevering, having resiliency. So the one question that you want to be thinking about with your internship is change occurring in your internship. And that change can be on multiple levels and degrees. So how are you changing as a result of your internship? Are you contributing to any change with your internship and your internship site? You can think about it too, in a later class meeting, I think we're going to briefly touch on leaving your professional footprint. And that's kind of what change in a lot of ways is for interns. Are there projects you're working on? Are there new systems that you're helping to implement at your internship site? So really kind of focusing on the connection between challenge and change. It's a challenge, a lot of challenge breeds innovation, and innovation, of course, can breed change. My experience working with interns, and I've been working with interns for about 9 years now, is that they sometimes will engage in what we refer to as challenge avoidance. So even in my role as an advisor, as an instructor, I tend to sometimes do this where we want to maybe take the easy road out. We can sometimes get complacent or lazy, to be perfectly honest. And so my challenge to you is to try to work to lessen or reduce your challenge avoidance. And we've got some descriptors that we list here. These are pretty basic. We sometimes tend to only want to focus on the positives, the positive aspects of an experience we're having, particularly when it pertains to an internship or work. Now, last week we had the mid-semester performance appraisals that your site supervisors did. And for some of them, there wasn't any constructive feedback provided. So ways that we as interns can improve. So it kind of relates to this challenge avoidance concept. Even when we're maybe completing an evaluation on someone, we're focusing entirely on positives and not maybe some areas for improvement. The second one you see there is sometimes the misconception that real and true professionals should not be experiencing challenges, that your site supervisor shouldn't be experiencing challenges. Folks that you have as colleagues in your internship shouldn't be experiencing challenges because they have all of these years of experience under their belt. Well, uh, news flash for you that the challenges do not stop. In fact, they probably only increase with the level and scope of responsibility that you are given as you pursue, rather as you function or work through your career path. And then the third one there is what we're calling the growth mindset, pretty much, where you really want to be perceiving those challenges as learning opportunities, as learning moments, as opportunities to enhance your knowledge, and most importantly, opportunities to develop your problem solving skills. How do you create change in your internship? Well, first you have to face new challenges head on. We sometimes want to run in the opposing direction, or we're deterred from new challenges. So I would recommend that you try to have an approach in your internship that is kind of a grit, I guess you could call it. Grit, meaning that when you're working towards a goal, you, even through hardships and obstacles, you're able to persevere and not give up. That's kind of the grit we're talking about as it relates to creating change. You can also take initiative and seek out differing responsibilities with regard to your internship. So a good example is sometimes when I have an intern say, there's nothing for me to do. They don't give me enough to do. Well, part of your role as an intern is to try to directly seek out some new opportunities for yourself. So don't be afraid to ask your site supervisor, and you can just do a blanket statement such as, what are some other ways I can help? And that's kind of indirectly asking for maybe some new responsibilities. We talk a little bit here about faith and inner strength, and that's really believing that you can create change. As silly as it sounds, a lot of us don't necessarily have that 100% of the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have to find that inner strength and that faith. And a lot of times that comes from our support systems that we have in place, but then also through the competencies that we're achieving through our work or through our internship in this case. And then becoming comfortable and open with your host site supervisor is a way to create change. I already alluded to this earlier, where you want to engage in some healthy dialogue with your site supervisor as to some potential opportunities to continue to grow and develop. And the best way to do that is to establish a level of comfort and openness with your site supervisor. Final thought here is to kind of part ways is that your internship should be a time of transformation and empowerment. So those are two key qualities, factors, character traits, whatever you want to refer to them as, I would keep in your mind from this point forward in your internship to be focusing on transformation and empowerment. So transformation, challenge, change, problem solving. Empowerment also stems from problem solving, from engaging actively in addressing challenges and such. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. You have my email address there. You can also message me through Elms and Canvas. So thank you so much for listening and have a great day.